Hi guys, Mr. Hill here with your geography lesson for today. We're going to carry on looking at Ordnance Survey maps. We're going to carry on looking at the symbols that are used in there. So our learning objective today, can I recognise and use Ordnance Survey map symbols? So before we get started, we're going to have a little recap from our last lesson. So have a look through. You might want to maybe Google what the Ordnance Survey legend would be, so the key to the symbols. You might want to go back and look at our previous geography lesson and pull up the sheet that's got all the symbols on it, whichever one works for you. Have a go at these questions. So question 1, what symbol can be found in grid square 7134? Number 2, what symbol can be found at 692337? So we've got our 6-figure grid reference to practice with there. What symbol can be found at 681318? Give the 6-figure grid reference for the bus and coach station. And can you give the 6-figure grid reference for the battlefield? Pause the video here to complete this. Okay, how did we get on with those? So 7134. So we need to remember we go along the corridor and up the stairs. So we go along the bottom of our map to square 71, and then we go up to square 34. And in that square is a quarry. What symbol can be found at 692337? So again, we go along to 69, and then we remember we're working in tenths of a square. We go across those 2 tenths, and then we go up the stairs to 33, and then we go up those 7 tenths. And the symbol that's there is PH, so with the blue square around it, for public house. What symbol can be found at 681318? So again, we're going to go across our map, 68, and go 1/10 across, and then we're going to go up to 31/8. So we're right on the line of where 68 is, and there is shown a public telephone there with the green square around it. The 6-figure grid reference for the bus and coach station. Now, this is not a well-known or obvious symbol. We've got this red dot here, so the reference for that is 692332. I will accept 691 or 693 and 331 or 333 as an answer. That would be near enough. Anything outside of that, I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to tell you that that one is wrong. Can you give the 6-figure grid reference for the battlefield? So the battlefield is the crossed swords right up at the top of your map. And that one is 705342. So well done if you got that one. So moving forward, have you ever traveled by an aeroplane? And if you have, you might well have looked out of the window, either when you're taking off or when you're landing, and looked down and seen the amazing view of towns and villages below you. We call this an aerial view. Whilst it's lovely, would it help you find the post office or the school or maybe a church? What do you think? Well, if you've said no, you're quite right. It won't help you. So for that, we really do need a map. And this is where our Ordnance Survey maps come in so helpful. So we have an aerial view of what's called a linear village. So if you look, the village is all along the road. So if we've got the road running through the middle here, the village is both sides of that road. So can you find where the roads are on the aerial photograph? Are they the same on the map? Pause here, have a really good look. Okay, how did you get on? So if we look on our Ordnance Survey map to begin with, the road is really obvious. It's a solid yellow line that goes across the side of the map here and off into the top, and then cuts through the center of the map here. Trying to find it here is a bit harder because it's kind of difficult to work out where exactly that road is. Here is a bit more obvious, but where it goes through the houses, it's really difficult to work it out. So in this village, most of the houses and buildings are along the road. So as we said, it's a linear village. Can you see where the church, the school, and the post office are? Pause here and have a good look. Did you find them? So our post office is here. So PO is the symbol for a post office. Moving up the map, school. So we've got the abbreviation SCH to show where the school is. And then right at the top of the village here, we've got our church, which in this case is a square block with a Christian cross on top of it. So this is more of a planned town. There's a lot more houses there and a lot of other buildings. And once again, can you spot the roads? Are they in the same place as they are in the aerial photograph and on the map? So having looked at this, you can see now we've got a circular road here, and it is in the same place as on the map here. We've got this almost face-shaped road here. We've got the same again over here. So the map represents where everything is in real life. Now, we know what some of the Ordnance Survey symbols. We can find the 3 schools that are on the map. Can you find the 3 schools using the map and work out where they are on the aerial photograph? Pause now and have a go at this. How did we get on this time? So if we start from the top of the map, we've got our school here. So we can go straight across. There's the open space that's there. So that's the first school. Our second one, it's tucked in the corner here between the railway and the road and near to this face-shaped road we talked about earlier. So that is it here, tucked in this corner. So there's the face-shaped road, here's the railway, and here's the road coming over the top. Our final school on the map is this one here. So again, we've got our face-shaped road that we can use for reference, and that's it here. So well done if you found all 3 of them on the Ordnance Survey map and then were able to locate them. But you can hopefully start seeing now how the Ordnance Survey map is an accurate representation of what is actually on the ground. We can use maps to help us understand more about a place as well. Bilsthorpe grew as a town because of the local mine. Workers from the mine lived in the houses of the town. Is this still true? So have a look on the Ordnance Survey map. See if you can find any clues as to whether Bilsthorpe is still a mining town. I'm sure you've all found it. Right up here, just at the top of our map, we've got the legend that says mine, and then in brackets underneath it says disused. So the mine is no longer working, so it doesn't operate anymore, and so Bilsthorpe is no longer a mining town. So the workers from the mine won't be living in the village. South of the mine, you can see here, we've got the symbols for trees. We've got a little copse in the middle there as well. So these run along here and down here and round. Now, why do you think the trees were planted between the town and the mine? Take a moment, just have a think of some of the ideas that you could come up with and note them down and make sure you put them in with your work on tapestry. Pause here to do this. Okay, we'll move forward now. So many old towns and cities grew up near to rivers. Thinking about our invaders topic, so thinking of the Vikings and the Anglo-Saxons. Why is this the case? Again, pause the video here and write down some of your answers and some of your thoughts. Again, make sure you send these in on your tapestry submission once you finish your lesson. So being able to get around a new place is important. Can you find the following means of transport? So we're looking for a railway station, a bus station, boat hire, and bicycle hire. So pause the video here, take your time, go through the map really carefully because this is a really busy map, so you might need a bit of extra time. Pause now. Okay, how did we get on? It's taken me a bit of time to find them myself. So moving through our railway station, we have our nice red spot here. So we got that there with the blue circle around it. We have got the bus station was our next one. So remember, we had the bus station previously. It's this sort of funny red, almost cross that's been turned on its side. Boat hire. That was a difficult one to see. This took me a little bit of time to find because, as I said, the map's quite busy. There's a lot of information on top of other information. And bicycle hire is just above it. So well done if you found all four of those. This is a tricky one to read and some of it is quite hard to see. Certainly looking at it on a screen. If we could have the map in front of us, it would probably be a lot easier to read. So your task, what I want you to do is design your own town or village. Use Ordnance Survey symbols, draw a map to show a small town or village. And you'll want to see the following things on your map. At least one main road and minor roads to reach homes and businesses. So you might decide to have your main road running straight through the middle and then have lots of smaller roads coming off. How you do it is up to you entirely. We need to show houses, a school, a post office, a place of worship. Now, this could be a Gurdwara, it could be a church, it could be any other place of worship. A public telephone, a campsite, somewhere I'm hoping to get back into once we're out of lockdown. Some sort of water, so whether you draw in a river, a lake, a pond, up to you. Trees, farmland or parkland. Public transport, so a train station or a bus terminal, plus anything else you would like to include. So it's worth looking up the Ordnance Survey legend and looking through all the symbols and seeing, actually, I would quite like to have one of these in my map and use the right symbol for it. As an extension, can you place a grid over the map to allow for grid references? So I know you're going to try your best with this to make these really neat and really tidy. And what we're looking for is the best maps that we can produce will be part of a display for school when we return. So spend your afternoon, take your time with this, really put in the effort because we're going to be looking for the best ones that we're going to be able to put on display, have them up in the breakout area so everybody will be able to see them. Good luck, stay safe guys, and we'll see you again very soon.